Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today we have something truly special. This is a set I've been looking to pick up for a long time now, and it is the Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition set. This set was crazy good to build, and just looking at Hedwig's face now, I'm still impressed with it. Just looking at the box as well, you just know it's going to be packed with so many details from the films, and it's got such an interesting design to it. The little logo at the top is just so good. That outline of Hogwarts Castle, love it. And then we've got the classic Harry Potter and Wizarding World logo at the bottom, followed by this really nice simple design for the actual box. The bottom left is also where you'll find the standard piece count and box number itself. The other side just has the general Hogwarts logo again, with a little bit of extra text at the bottom. On the other side of the box, we have got the original trio in their Hogwarts robes. Harry's got his little wand out. There's a nice picture of Hedwig. And there is also the logo for the Lego store and Harry Potter itself. The original three do look like they've been photoshopped. Look at Ron. He looks kind of like a pig. I think it's a bit weird. I think they could have just kept the pictures, but oh well. The back of the box is really nice. It has a bit more extra detail. You do get a much better look at the back of Hedwig, and you already know it's going to be an absolute amazing build. There's further detail of the actual books as well, and for something that's built out of Lego, they look so good, especially in person. But we do get a closer look at the 20th anniversary figures. There's Rubius Hagrid, Albus Dumbledore, and Minerva McGonagall, all of which I think are extra, and I don't understand why you don't see them in the front of the box. There is a nice thing that shows the actual size of the model, which is a lot bigger in person, and I wasn't expecting it when I actually built the set, but very interesting, very interesting. The printed piece of this letter is absolutely beautiful. We'll be having a deeper look at that later on in the video. And I like the little bit of customization that you can do where you can change the scarf depending on what Hogwarts house you are in. You have one for Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and Gryffindor. But that's enough of what the actual box looks like. It is stunning, but let's actually have a look at the set itself. And here it is. It is absolutely a stunning build. It was so fun to build, and looking at it fully built is crazy. Even on camera, this face stands out. Hedwig's face is so good. These wings, they look perfect. It does look like a real owl from a distance. I know it sounds a bit silly, but if you bear with me, it does look very similar to what a real owl looks like. But then we look further down, we've got all the detail, the nice set pieces that all attach to make this one stunning piece. We start taking them off so we can have a good look at them bit by bit. They easily come off. Most of them aren't attached, which is weird, but I think one little thing that I had to do was actually attach this bottle myself, but we'll have a look at that further down the line. The wand's quite nice, attaches by one little ball joint is all that attaches to. The back, the potion bottles aren't actually attached, they pretty much just come straight out. They literally just pop right out like that. They're very nice, they do shake a little bit, so you've got that kind of ASMR kind of feeling to it. We can just pop those straight out, and we'll be having a deeper look at all these sets individually further down the line. But once again, this is a stunning model, even from the back. You have to just admit it is a very nice detail. The bits of black laid throughout really show off the actual different colour of Hedwig herself in the film. And I do believe they've got the wingspan and the feather detail down perfectly out of Lego bricks. The actual letter itself is attached to the feet, not by like the actual claws, but by a little few studs in the back. You just pop it off like that. It is a bit disappointing at the back, but you're never going to see it. The actual set itself is still got one more bit. We just take off the snitches. And with that, that is all the little bits done. Hedwig and the books are one piece. It is very, very interesting. The Hedwig build is probably one of my best and favourite parts of this actual design. It's something that I was looking for when I was a child, and now I've got it. It's actually crazy. Has got a little bit of a wobble to it, and these joints do apparently break, so I'll be looking to try to sort that out later in the future. The books are crazy detailed. Bear in mind, these aren't made of many pieces, and the bottom is actually Tom Riddle's diary. But for Lego books, these look stunning. They look so real. It is a great design, and I do think the little extra bit that you have to customize the set really makes it personal to whoever picks it up. I am a Ravenclaw, so I have made mine into the Ravenclaw scarf. Only a few pieces to make that bit up, and it is quite simple, but it's very interesting and very unique, which I really do love, the little aspect of personalization. We'll start off by taking a close look at this letter, and it is amazing. This is a full print. Each tile is a full printed tile. You can't really tell. The only way you can really tell is just by these little molded marks in between each letter where the plastic has been inserted. It does just clip back on, like I said before, with a few tiles in the back, and it does look great. We will be attaching everything one bit by bit after we've actually reviewed it for a second. It's a bit tricky. Give me 2 seconds. I'll put it. There we go. All done, just got to get it perfect, and that is one piece on. It looks very, very cool once you actually start attaching all the bits to it. The next bit we'll be looking at is the actual wand itself. For a brick built wand, this looks really good from a distance, I would say. Compared to an actual Harry Potter wand that I picked up from Universal Studios, pretty much the same size. I think the only downfall is the handle. I think the handle's a bit too thick, as you can see, but can't really compare it to one that you pick up from the studio tours just because one's made out of Lego and one's made out of probably plastic at this stage. It is very, very cool. Oh, that breaks up. There we go. But the only downside of this is the handle for me. I don't understand why they attached these brick parts because they're kind of spiky. So you're trying to like fully grip it, you are going to hurt your hand a little bit. Not a lot. Like, it's not like puncturing the skin, but it's the only downside to that wand for me, and I'm not a massive fan. Attaching it to the actual set itself is just taking one little push and it's back on. It's quite simple and it's effective, and I love it. The next thing we're going to look at is the Harry Potter glasses, and I will say these are flimsy. They are not my favourite. They are attached by a few things, and you give them one little pull, and they will pretty much just snap straight off. It's attached by one little stud, just like that, and that's it. I mean, for what they are, they're brick built, which I appreciate, the attention to detail, but I think it's just a bit of a letdown compared to everything else in this set, as you'll see further on. It's just a bit naff. Attaching them to the actual set, they don't actually attach. You kind of just have to rest it on the actual scarf, which I think is a shame. The next thing we're going to look at is the chocolate frog, and I can say I absolutely loved seeing this on the box, and making it was so fun. The fact it actually does look like a chocolate frog with a few pieces is actually really cool. It's got some movement to it, and you can adjust the legs however you want. But if you're going to display it, I think the standard pose is pretty much the way you want to go. But I do like the fact that they've got adjustability to it, and the eyes are very interesting. Just the two simple pieces and an eyes and mouth do pull off really, really well. Right, when we're actually attaching this to the actual set, again, it doesn't actually attach, but you can just attach one of its legs to the corner and just clip it in like that. And it does the same job, so there's not really too much to complain. The snitch, on the other hand, is a very interesting piece. I think it does work for what it is. It's using some of these interesting balloon blimp pieces that we've seen popping up quite recently from the Dream sets, and some in like Ninjago and City, so it's very interesting. It is only a few pieces, and they are a bit flimsy. Obviously, it's not really something you want to be playing with. It's more of a display piece, as you would say, so it does break quite often. I have broken it a few times trying to attach it. You give it a little tug, and it's only held on by one stud, so it's interesting. It's interesting. Let me just try to figure out how to put this back on with the camera. There we go. So that's all done. And now we actually need to attach it to the set. It attaches through this one little attaches through this one little Technic joint here, right at the corner, which is it's a little bit tricky to get straight away. But by the time you get used to it, you're not going to move it out all the time, so it's just going to stay there. But it does look great just behind the letter. Now for the most interesting bit, potion balls. I think these are really interesting. The concept of making these through Lego bricks and actually putting stuff inside and having printed stickers on front. Very, very cool. I do like the attention to detail. Each bottle pretty much has at least one sticker and an interior. I say interior. It's more for stuff inside to make it look more like it's got an actual potion or an ingredient to a potion on the inside. I really like these see-through bottles. I think it adds a lot more depth and it adds a lot more attention to detail to the set. Each sticker is very interesting to have a good look at as well. There's like a number, there's the actual type of potion it is, and I think the fact they've gone for the same color and style of these potions really, really works. I think it really pulls off that effect. If you are a Harry Potter fan, you're gonna kind of know what these things look like. I think the fact they've paid quite a lot of attention to detail with these are very interesting. They've all got a nice little sticker. They've all got a different type of interior. I say interior. They've all got a different type of ingredient on the inside. Sorry about that. My camera's not focusing today, is it? And I do love the actual little bits of interaction with that little shaky motion. Each bottle you do have to fill in individually. One's like 60 studs, one's 80 loose studs. It's very reminiscent of that pirate ship or ship in a bottle set, but they are great. They do just go in the back of here. They don't attach. The actual only bottle that does attach is this little one on the side, and depending on what you want, you can swap that out for each bottle going forward. One of my absolute favourite things of this set is this Felix Felicis potions, pardon me, and it does glow in the dark. It's very, very interesting. I love this kind of concept, and the bottle looks really great. It does have a sticker on the front that is not a tile. The only problem is it doesn't come with this little stud. I've had to add it myself just so the bottle can actually stand up and attach to the set. I feel like they could have added that for one little piece and it would have been fine. And it stands up like that, other than it just rolling around. And you can just attach it to the corner and it looks better standing up. But nothing anyone wouldn't just have lying around. You get a lot of those pieces extra anyway. Oh, I do want to do a quick look inside this actual instruction booklet. We do get a look at the designers. There's a bit of information paused to read. And the designers themselves are here. I honestly think these people have done an amazing job with the set. All designers are named here as well, so you can also check them out and see what other sets they've made during their LEGO career. What a job, what do I need to do? Going through this booklet has been very interesting, and it is going to be one that I will keep for a very, very long time. The fact they actually pick each individual piece out so you can see it, I really like that attention to detail on the front, especially for a set this expensive. One really cool feature is once you finish building a piece, it actually gives you a little picture of the real life counterpart and a little description of the set piece itself, which is really interesting. I do love the fact it gives you that attention to detail. The wand has really nice facts about it that tells you about how many wands were actually used in the making of the Harry Potter films, which I love these little facts. I think anyone that's a Harry Potter fan is going to love this instruction booklet just as much as you love the set itself. There is this actual Fetus Felicis, and it is gold, so I'm a bit confused why they made it glow, but I do love it. Love that feature. This is a very interesting thing. I love when they put this in instruction booklets. This Hedwig is really cool. I love the fact about Hedwig. It's probably one of my favourite things. And it's probably why I'm absolutely obsessed with owls. And I blame the films. I'm not going to lie. I blame the films. And again, each individual part has its own little picture and its own little description. And I think the fact they've gone into that much detail in the booklet really shows you how much love and attention they have paid to this actual set itself. Like, they didn't have to go and do all this, but they did. And I think it's because they knew proper Harry Potter fans and just Lego fans themselves would really love these little detail, minute facts. And even the scarf gets one. And I was surprised to see the scarf got one, but I do love the facts about the scarf. I think they're really fun. So you can't knock it. I love these little facts. Chocolate Frog one is great. I absolutely love the Chocolate Frog details. And I think the fact they add little details like it was served at the feast at the Goblet of Fire is really interesting because it's not really something people would read unless they've read the books. The Chocolate Frog card itself, I do like this. I don't think they really showed it enough off in the actual set. It's not on the front of the box, which is a bit annoying, but I do love this design. The letter again is probably one of my favourite pieces in this set just because the print, and I do love the actual Uncle Vernon reference in there. It's so good. Time for a talk. Overall, this Hogwarts Icon set, all I can say is that it is a must-have if you are a Harry Potter fan, a Lego fan, or even just a Harry Potter fan in general. This is like everything wrapped into one. There's great detail, there's references, there's amazing builds. This Hedwig is crazy. I've never seen a Hedwig this built like before. This Hedwig is crazy. I've never seen a Hedwig built like this before that looks so good. Like, you could mistake it from a real owl at first glance. I know it's a bit silly, and you might say I'm a bit stupid, but to me, that looks incredibly real. There's so much little fine detail in here as well. The fact that this letter is a printed tile, all three bits are printed tile. Yeah, there's a little bump where you can see the actual mold being pressed in, but it's not that big of a problem. You can't see from a distance. You can only see really up close. How many people are you going to have that up close to your Lego set? Let's just say that. So the attention to detail is major. The designers of this set, I just have to give them a round of applause. Like, it's so good. It's so good. I know this set's been out for a very long time, and I know I am doing a review on it that is quite late, but I'm late to the YouTube game, so I'll be doing reviews on older sets going forward, and some new stuff that I'll be picking up. Plus, this set is retiring at the end of 2024, so if you are seeing this before that, definitely go try pick this up before it disappears, because the value of this will go up once it hits retirement. The resellers will just try rip you off even more. So yeah, definitely pick this up. The only problem that I've had with this set, and that someone has told me in the back, is that Hedwig actually does lean forward a bit too much and is technically going to break the pins inside the actual legs. I mean, that's not a terrible thing. I can just replace them, but I'm going to try and figure out a way to maybe stop her from leaning forward as much to put less strain on those leg joints, because the legs are built separately to the body. The body is attached through some Technic joints, which is very interesting. I love the way it's built, but I don't really want anything breaking on me anytime soon, so we'll definitely be looking into moving that around. with all the little details all spread throughout this whole build and the actual immense look that this has. Like, in your collection, this will look stunning. It does in mine. The problem is trying to figure out where the hell it's going to go in the room, but we sorted it out. There's a little space over here. I'll do that in another updated room tour, but for now, it looks perfect. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But that's pretty much everything I've got to say about the set. As I've said before, it's an absolute amazing piece, and to go in the collection, I had to pick it up before it disappeared. That's all I've got to say. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. See you then.